very careful so I make sure that I don't get anything tangled up. So if he does decide to do something goofy, the last thing I want is rope burns. The last thing I want is him to get choked up or anything like that. I just want him to be okay. Because every time I make a move on him, and if something happened that was bad or scary, he's going to say, "See, I told you it was something to be worried about in the very beginning. That's why I was so freaked out to begin with." So it's my job to help him understand that when this goes up and around his ears or over his head, it's not that bad, but it's my job to get him to the point where he understands that. Not being able to really touch his face to go into without snubbing him down. I mean, we're not doing any of that nonsense. To where I can get a rope up over his ears and stuff like that. That's just prepping him for the halter, and then being able to reach over here and take that off and put that back on. I mean, that's just simulating putting a halter on, all this stuff. It's all these little tiny things that people miss, and the horse didn't miss a damn beat. I guarantee it. That horse saw every damn mistake you made, and you missed it all. I hear people all the time. They say, all of a sudden my horse started bucking or bolting or bronking or rearing or whatever, just out of the blue. Hell no. There was always signs leading up to that. You just missed them. So you could have avoided the whole damn thing if you were perceptive enough to see those little signals and signs. And he's told me a ton of signals and signs, what he's ready for, what he's not ready for. And little by little, I'm communicating to him with the point, or to the point where he's realizing that I'm not out to get him. I haven't choked up on this rope. I haven't tried to force him into a situation that could be a little bit life-threatening for him. I've just really tried to hang out with him. For one that you cannot, or for the last year or however long you've had, to not be able to do a lot of this stuff, I'd say it's all right. He's doing a really good job. But you can see every time I'm starting to get a little bit more fluid about when I grab that lead rope up off his head. And you can see here where I'm getting a little bit more animated and a little bit more fluid with my hands. But I incorporate that lead rope because the next thing that's coming is obviously the halter. But it's always one step at a time. Well, if you want to go ahead and take it all the way back there, that's fine. We'll just take it off and we'll do it again. But see, like right there, when he wanted to leave, what I'm liking that I'm seeing is that he hit that pull pressure, he hit that neck pressure, he hit that pressure, and he followed that feel back to where he needed to be. That was very important to me. You're all right. There we go. Good. But the more I can do it, there we go. Good job. Take those deep breaths. You deserve it. You've earned it, bud. You've earned it. You've earned it. Take it off again. He has to be 100% with this, otherwise I'll end up getting in a fight with him. There we go. So right there, he kind of thought down to his feet a little bit. He got nervous about it. No big deal. There we go. There we go. And don't ever miss those opportunities to reward when they do something right. When they lick and chew, that's them absorbing thought, like what's going on, and just kind of getting it and processing it through their head and through their mind. It's a hard thing for them. But that's what that does, is that releases a lot of anxiety through their pull. They hold all that tension in their jaw and their pull. So that's why you always hear people talking about licking and chewing. When they start loosening up that jaw, they're starting to release all that pressure, all that anxiety. And so that's a super cool sign right there. I like that a lot. Yeah, you too? You okay? Let's just go have a walk. Let's just go have a walk. Let's talk a little bit. So if you end up doing these types of things with this horse, you're going to want to make sure that you have a soft rope, and don't snub it down. Don't try to hold your horse there. But as the horse moves, you release that pressure. You stop, he stops. Always reward that. And this, to be honest with you, this is not really rewarding your horse. They don't care. What they really want is you just leave them alone. But if we have to be in a situation where we're in the same pen together, I want to make it as comfortable as possible. But if the lines of communication aren't open and they don't go both ways, so we as humans, we're problem solvers, natural born problem solvers. We come in here with a problem, we're going to solve it. They're reactive creatures. You come in here and they're reactive, you're a problem solver, you're going to start coming up with shit just to solve. Okay? And you're going to not see the little thing that horse is trying to tell you, like, hey, okay, now I'm ready. You know, just that little sign right there. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. But the other thing I want to make sure that we see this is that we have never snugged down on this. It's gotten tighter, but we've never had a snug down on it. So this is one of those cases that will not happen overnight. But with the right tools in your pocket, I have no doubt you guys will be just fine.